Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between the hills, there stood an old, abandoned asylum. Its crumbling walls and broken windows made it look like a haunted house. But it did not scare the children of the village. Instead, they were curious. One day, a group of friends decided to explore this mysterious place. Timmy, Sarah, and their dog, Max, gathered their courage and set off. They walked through the overgrown grass and climbed the rusty gate. As they entered, they felt a shiver run down their spines. But Max, the brave dog, led the way. They walked down the long, dark hallway, their flashlights casting eerie shadows. Suddenly, they heard a strange noise. It sounded like a whisper, but they couldn't understand what it was saying. Timmy and Sarah clung to each other, their hearts pounding. Max barked, his tail wagging. They continued to explore, and soon they found a library filled with dusty books. They picked up a book and started to read. It was a story about the people who used to live there, and they realized that the whisper they heard was the story of the asylum. They learned that the people who lived there were not scary at all. They were just sick and needed help. The children felt sorry for them and promised to remember them. As they left the asylum, they felt a sense of peace. They knew that they had discovered a part of their village's history, and they were proud. They promised to tell their friends and family about the abandoned asylum and the people who used to live there. From that day on, the children went back to the asylum to read the books and remember the people who used to live there. They realized that the asylum was not a haunted house, but a place full of stories and history. And every time they passed by the asylum, they would look at it with new eyes. They would see not a haunted house, but a place where people lived, loved, and learned. And they would remember the lesson they learned that day, that everyone deserves kindness, no matter where they come from. So, if you ever find yourself in the village, don't be afraid to look at the old, abandoned asylum. And if you listen closely, you might just hear the whisper of the people who used to live there, telling their stories and reminding us to be kind.